Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Hey, I just wanted to do a very short video for you all. And I want to share with you all the things, something that had happened to me probably about 2 or 3 months ago. And I felt like it was time for me to go ahead and put it out for everybody to know. The reason why I'm so adamant about why it's so important for us to grow our own food is something that happened to me. So I went to my local grocery store and I bought some frozen fruit because I was going to make a smoothie for my family. So I made a smoothie for my daughter and I, and the bag was it was like frozen berry medley. So it had like blueberries, raspberries, some other dark berries. And this is from a local major food chain that's in the town that I live in. So as I was blending it, I kind of noticed some noise, in my blender, but I didn't think anything about it because I'm thinking, well, maybe the berries are just a little extra hard. So as I stop, I pour myself a cup, I pour my daughter a cup. And as we're drinking it, we notice that something is off, like something is not right with the texture of this smoothie. So I tell her to stop, and I stop, and I started looking through my smoothie. I get a sifter and I started sifting the stuff out, and I'm going to show you all what I found in my smoothie. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see this. Y'all see that? This right here, that's plastic. Yep, I said it. That's plastic. You see that? That's a big piece of plastic. It's all kinds of plastic. And as a matter of fact, my son, he lit it on fire and it burned. And so we consumed some of that, like the really small pieces before we got to the big pieces. So I'm going through my cup, I'm taking stuff out, I'm like, what is going on? And then I come across this. This right here is a piece of metal that was in my cup. And I am not lying. And I measured it's about 1.25 inches long and about 1/4 inch in diameter. This right here is a piece of metal. And you probably can't really see that well, but there's like some nicks on it, and the nicks came from my blender. All of that was in my cup. So I call the food chain headquarters and I tell them what happened. They take my information. They say that the manufacturer will give me a call, which they did a few days later. I took videos, I took pictures, I kept the contents from my smoothie. I stuck it in the freezer as evidence. So the manufacturer calls me. I give them the pictures. I tell them exactly what happened. They get back with me probably maybe a week or two later. And they say, we will send you another blender. Because what happened is that as it had blended, that metal piece was what the noise that I heard. And it actually punctured my blender. So they call me and they say, we will send you another blender. There's no apologies. There's no, I'm sorry for your inconvenience. I can't believe this happened. There's nothing. No acknowledgement. So I I'm sorry, let me go back. So as I'm talking to this person who's in charge of quality control headquarters at this manufacturer farm that they get the berries from, I said, so, well, what about the contents? What about this metal? What is that? And they very well admitted to me that it came from what they call a berry picker. And this berry picker is like got fingers on it in this plastic. And it goes through and it goes through where the berries are, and it kind of shakes the berries off and it shakes the berries off. And one of the pieces off of the machine fell off. It got through the manufacturer. It got through the distributor. It got through shipping. It got through everyone into the grocery store that I shop at on a regular. and into my blender, and also into my body and the body of my daughter. So I contact a lawyer. Matter of fact, I contact three. The first lawyer really was, they tried to be professional, but I understood exactly what they were saying. They said this major food chain that you're calling us about has all these attorneys, and there is no way that we could really kind of litigate this. It would cost us too much money, is what he told me. They said that, if someone had actually gotten hurt, if someone had actually died from, drinking this, then we would probably have a case. But because no one got hurt, I'm sorry, you're basically on your own. I call another attorney and they are like, well, we only deal with bodily injury cases, so sorry, we can't help you. The third attorney I contact and they tell me, well, we'll get your information, I'll send it out to my attorneys and we'll let them look over and get back with you. Several weeks later, I get an email and they basically said, you have a great case. Matter of fact, the first attorney said, you've got a case, you got the evidence, you've got all this, but we can't help you. I'm sorry. And so when I sent them a message, asking them, well, okay, so since I have a great case, can you explain to me why you can't help me? I got no response. So the food industries do not care about us, and neither do the attorneys. Because if I had gotten hurt, or my daughter, if either one of us had died because we drunk this, then, they could probably do something with that. But because no one got hurt, then there's no responsibility that the food company has, that they are not held liable for the irresponsibility and the neglect. Basically, not even just the physical, but even this emotional, the neglect. My daughter, when she kind of still cringes when she hears a blender. So there's no compensation. There's no one that's held liable for any of that. And so that is why it is really important for those of us who are trying to become more self-sustainable to grow our own food as much as possible. If you have to go to a grocery store, like I got to go to a grocery store and buy food, check your food, try to be very diligent, make sure that there's nothing wrong that you can see. Because like I said, they don't care about you and they sure don't care about me. Now, if I'm wrong, I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. Put in the comments. But basically, there is nothing I can do. I got a blender replaced from it, but no one is held responsible nor liable for that. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there. Normally I would never vent or share my personal opinions about certain things, but I feel like that is really important for me to share this knowledge with y'all, because if it happened to me, it could happen to anybody. So I hope you guys are having a good day. Thank you all for supporting the channel, and I hope that I could put more things out there that's of valuable content to help us to grow in confidence and to become more self-sufficient. All right, thanks a lot for tuning in. Bye.